Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Diallo, back with another dose on the channel. Welcome back, y'all. It is 2026, and we made it, y'all. And if you didn't know already, your boy is a streamer now. I know, crazy things to say. I have been streaming heavily since 2025, towards the end of the year, and I've been loving every second of it. I love chilling and vibing out with you guys, playing games, chatting, and just vibing out with the DoD force. And if you guys want to see that, come vibe out on Twitch. The link is in the bio, and check out these clips. Nice, come on, y'all. Got it, y'all. We won. We won our first tourney, y'all. We whooped his ass 3-0, y'all. Hey, your boy got it.
I don't know why he was running. I really don't know.
Bye. Like I said, and sit him down. Finish this dumbass off. Sit down. 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 Oh my! Oh, we're whooping his. Oh, he's done. He's done. Blow him up. Oh my God! I love this game. Whoop his ass like I told y'all. Now that you've seen those clips, we are here to talk about a game that I played on Twitch for about 8 hours. Words. Your boy still has a hard time with words. That's also because we be smoking. Y'all, you know, sometimes whenever you get a little twisted, a little high off the tweed, you get into these scrambles and these jambles. But it's alright, we're here. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's right. We are playing this game. Not playing it. I'm going to be talking about it. This is going to be a review on none other than Dispatch. I know you've seen it on the screen, and I know you've been wondering, oh snap, how come it looks like this? How come he played it like this? Well, that's because it was on Twitch. And I didn't have the brain power to record it for YouTube at the time. I don't know what I was thinking. I knew that it would be nice to record for YouTube, but something happened to where I still never recorded it for YouTube. So I'm using the streams from Twitch to go ahead and show y'all what I played on Dispatch, my experience, and also a review on it. I want to go ahead and talk about this game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the Dispatch review. Dispatch is a multi-episode story event. I've never played a game like this before. I never played a game where my decisions actually really matter to the end of the story. You know, you have games where they say your decisions matter, and like if you choose this end or this route, it'll end this way, or this route, it'll end another way. Sometimes those don't feel true, and they just feel like, oh, either way, it doesn't really matter or give a fuck. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that I don't like with games like that. So when I got to actually play Dispatch and sit down and actually look at my choices and actually see what I'm doing, this changed the whole game for me. This changed my perspective on games like this and the way games like this are meant to be played. The team behind this game put so much love, support, and characterization in everything that they did with this game. I really love the way that this is put together and the way that the story just carries out the whole time. You know, there are some parts where I just wish that they didn't add and that they didn't put in. You know, we will talk about that. We will get into that. You know, I don't want to give no spoilers because it will like bother y'all probably, because a lot of people like that part of the game, I heard or I've seen, and it just is not my favorite part. But the team behind this game really gave their all. And the studio, Ad Hoc Studios, at least that's how I see the name as, the former Telltale people that, you know, made The Wolf Among Us, the Batman Telltale series, The Walking Dead. The catalog that they have is outstanding. And it sucks what happened to the Telltale company and what transpired with them. But with Dispatch and everything that came out with Dispatch, I do believe that we can get more games like this, and other studios may be inspired to try other games like this, or who knows, other studios might also put out other games like this. I like seeing games like this, and I don't want to see just one company making a game like this, or one company just like always pushing this type of game out, because maybe that's why they like lost their studios, because I think they had something going on with like money issues or like stuff like that, and it caused them to lose out on a lot of things that made gaming different, you know. And with Dispatch and everything that this game stood for, I really enjoyed so much with it. And we're going to talk about each thing, break it down, and I'm going to give y'all my thoughts and opinions on each thing. And I want y'all to go ahead and have a back and forth with me in the comments too, because we can talk a lot about Dispatch. And the story here starts off with, you got, what's his name? Damn. Mecha Man. Robert. I always forget his name. You got Robert here. Robert is, you know, his father died and all that other jazz, and now he's taking on the mantle to be Mecha Man. And with that, you have so many other things, because he's not really past the whole thing about his father dying. He's moved on. He hasn't really coped with it, and he's dealing with it his own way. So like, he just goes out to just go out there and just be like, I'm Mecha Man, and he just seems like he's depressed most of the time, or maybe that's just his demeanor. And whenever you're carrying out the story with Robert, I chose to put him as more of a self-reserved type of guy and more of a uplifting, spirited type of guy. I wanted my Robert to basically be what the Z team wants to look up to and what the Z team wants to aspire to be. I feel like that's what people should be doing for the Z team, because if you're playing as Robert, and if you're like some hero that isn't in their hero status anymore or whatever is going on, you want the people to be like, or like someone that you're training to be like, you know what, I want to be like him. I want to be who he was and what he did in the community and whatnot. So that's what I wanted to be for the Z team. And I made sure that I let them know that, like, any chance that I could, you know, y'all are in this together, and your own path is what makes you who you are. So that is what that is. Because, you know, if you're a washed up hero, not even washed up, if you're just retired or whatever, you got to make sure people want to be who you used to be, or at least follow down those footsteps and not be villains, you know what I mean? So, with me talking about the Z team, we are going to get into talking about the characters. And I'm going to talk about each character one by one. First, we are going to talk about my queen, my sis, the one I wish that was a romance choice, Malevola. I loved Malevola so much in this game. She really like made me smile every time she was on the screen, because she was such a badass. And then her body was tea. She was a baddie. She was sexy as hell. You know, when you see characters like that in games, you always be like, whoa, shit, I want that character. I want that character to be my type of love interest. And it sucked that she wasn't. Like, I was pissed. And I did see online that they said there is like, well, maybe you didn't choose the right choices. I don't believe that. I think they're just playing into our dreams and hopes and wishes that we wish Malevola was some type of romance option. And then I do like the fact that she was a demon. I like those type of characters, because she didn't want to follow that demon path as much anymore. She wanted to be a hero. She wanted to help the Z team and also change like how people looked at her. And I appreciate characters like that. Characters with that type of depth go to show, oh shit, characters can have some type of like writing and meaning to them, and they can be different. And she was definitely a highlight in my game. She made me be like, oh shit, I can't wait to find another character that I enjoy as much as Malevola. And I also wish that we did have more scenes with her, because a lot of her scenes was more of her. She did have that scene against the Visigal. She had the party scene. The party scene is what gets me all the time, because in that party scene, sis was all over us, touching our body, wanting to be feeling all over us, passing us a drink, rubbing her tail all over us. Like, she was doing a lot. I really enjoyed the way that they portrayed her and the way that they showed her off. Things like that really make me be like, yo, this show is amazing. Well, not show. This game is amazing. And more games like this need to happen. I'm telling y'all. But with me talking about Malevola, we are going to move on to the next character. I want to go ahead and talk about, and I'm listing them as, what? First, second, and third. So Malevola was my first. I'll go ahead and let y'all know my second, and then my third. After that, we will go ahead and get into the next segment, and then we'll finish off the other characters in a little bit, because the other characters aren't as important to me. Even though they did good, they just weren't my favorite characters, you know? The next character I want to talk about is Waterboy. I know, Waterboy. I had Waterboy on my team. I chose him over Phenomenon because I enjoyed how Waterboy was portrayed. Waterboy was the anxious guy, the shy guy, the insecure, the to himself but not so to himself, because he always wants to talk to somebody but he doesn't like talk about himself, you know what I mean? He was that type of guy. And Waterboy, I wanted to give him a chance on the team because it felt like he wanted to have his chance. Every time he spoke to Robert Mecha Man, he always showed, you know, I can be a hero, and you know, I can clean, I can do this, you don't have to do this. Like, he shows that he wants to do something and he's not seen as someone that does something. So I wanted to give him a chance, and I believe that he could have a chance on the team. And whenever we were running through like dispatches with him and like making his like attributes for the team better, it was interesting because he started off at what? 0? He had no stats. I enjoyed the fact that like he was, first off, like, oh, he's very inexperienced. He was a janitor. He was the one cleaning up the building. So that was good on their part, on the writing teams, to show like, y'all, he's not like trained at all and you have to train him and shit like that. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I was saying, I'd rather have Waterboy on my team than Phenomenon, because Phenomenon was depressed. I didn't want to have that aspect on my team, a depressed person on the team, not doing nothing, just flying around and like sometimes coming back because he just didn't feel like it. Like, are you kidding? Bro, forget Blonde Blazer. Fuck her. Don't worry about that. Go save lives. Isn't that your job? And you're over here crying about a woman that doesn't even want you. If she doesn't want you anymore, move on. There's so many other women that have superpowers in that world. And plus, you are an alien. You can find another alien. I'm sure you can. Anyways, I had that scene when with Waterboy where I sat in the closet with him and talked to him and told him that, you know, you are your biggest enemy. Like, you make it seem like you aren't as confident as you are, and that's why you stutter all the time. You're not confident in what you're saying, and you need to put your foot into everything that you're saying, because it's important what you're saying. What you're saying matters. And if you want to be a hero and you want to show out for the world, you have to show people that what I'm saying actually matters and what I'm doing matters too. So that's why Waterboy was my choice and why he's my second favorite character. We are going to move on into my third character. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to guess it so far because a lot of people love this character. We're going to talk about them, and then we'll go ahead and move on into some other things I want to talk about the story, and then about Boo Boo Butt Butt and Bizagal, because she gets on my nerves too. So let's go ahead and move on. On to the next character that I have for my favorite characters in this game is Prism. I love Prism so much in this game. She's my third character. She's my third favorite, but that doesn't mean that I don't love her so much. Like, the way that her personality carries through the whole game is insane. That bitch is hilarious. I love the actor for her. Congrats to her. Girl, you did an amazing job. You did your thing as Prism. Her rapping, her quips, her jokes, you know, the way that she interacted with the characters, A1 chef's kiss. And also her powers were amazing too. She had what? Like prism powers, so like what? I don't know. What's a prism? Light-based powers, I guess? Or energy-based powers? Her powers were pretty interesting because she can blind somebody forever. Bro said, she temporarily blinded me. Bitch, you... Fuck you mean temporarily? Bitch, you blind forever. You know, I fucked up the line, but y'all get the gist. All those words jumbled into one. I told you, jumble and stumble and fumble and mumble. There's all in one. But it is what it is. Prism did a lot for me in the game, and I sent her a lot in my dispatch missions. I always made sure that she was like someone that I sent to go do a job because she always made sure that she completed it. Prism never failed at any job that I sent her to go do, and that's why she was one of my favorite characters in the game. Most of the characters that I sent on missions almost every time failed. Waterboy didn't fail that much, Malevola never failed that much, and Prism definitely was at the top of my board for never failing. So those three were my top best on my Z team. I didn't really enjoy playing as Punch Up that much. Shout outs to Jacksepticeye, loves Jacksepticeye, but I just didn't like Punch Up that much. I also didn't like Flambe. He was corny as hell too. I didn't like how mean he was. He was a weirdo. Even though he was a villain, he was just an asshole. You know, that's the name of the game though. That's what they want you to do. They want you to hate these characters and to be like, you know what, I don't fuck with them. But that's good writing, and that's why I enjoy games like this. Well, enjoyed this game, because this is the first game I played like this. Told y'all in the intro. We're always going to cycle back to that probably, because that's like the main thing. I never played a game like this. But back to what I was saying. Flambe was buns, and Golem was cool, but Golem's not someone I sent on missions a lot. Funny enough, I never really had him do a lot of missions for me, because he was just like whatever, and because he was whatever, he never really showed out on a lot of missions for me. Maybe that's just because I didn't use him that much and he didn't build that much of experience on my team, or maybe that's just because I didn't get a good feel for him. But I didn't like Golem. And who else was there? Coop. Forgot about Coop. I hated Coop. I thought that bitch was still evil. Coop had no reason being on the team, and that's why I chose her over Sonar. That's a whole thing too. I definitely made sure to choose Sonar over Coop because he was more of a better choice. He was actually more of a help on the team. He had two different type of forms. He was funny. He was chill. He didn't have no murder on his charge. He just was a druggie, and that's what I enjoyed about him. I enjoyed Moist Critical. Shout out to you, man. W on Sonar. That was one of my honorable mentions for characters. Just didn't mention him as much because I don't remember him that much because he was just so nonchalant. He was chilling in the back. Funny though, but he was just chilling in the back. So, who else was there? And yeah, I talked about everybody because I already. We're about to talk about Invisigal in a minute. But yeah, I just didn't enjoy Flambe. I didn't enjoy Punch Up as much, and I didn't enjoy Golem or Coop. But everybody else was good. Sonar is an honorable mention. So with the characters out of the way and all that, I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who played those characters, because W to all the voice actors. I don't know all their names. I know most of them just from watching them online and stuff like that. And I know one of the dudes is from Breaking Bad, something that I never seen. But W's and shout outs to everybody on the voice actors for the voice actors that played the characters in the game. That's what I was trying to say. Shout out to them. I'm going to name the names that I know. Moist Critical, Jacksepticeye, and, Matthew Mercer. That was amazing. He played Shroud. Aaron Paul played Robert. And, I don't know who played Coop, Flambe, Golem, or... Oh, I know Blonde Blazer is Clementine from other games, which is crazy. That's the Yvette girl, so that's good. No, she's not Clementine, but she is in other Telltale games. But yeah, shout out to them. W's to them. Let's go ahead and move on to our next segment and talk about some other things, because pretty soon we will be getting into, like I told you, Boo Boo Butt Butt Invisigal. Alright, it's time to talk about Boo Boo Butt Butt Invisigal. And I'm going to mix this also with Chase, because I do want to talk about Chase a little bit too. Just to, like, you know, talk about him, because I feel like I didn't talk about him much in this game. Well, in this review, and Chase was amazing. I love Chase a lot. Chase was one of those type of characters that you are attached to very quickly because he's funny as hell. He's very heartfelt. He's very trustworthy. He's honest, and I loved everything about him and his character and his personality. So, whenever it came to the scene that portrayed between Robert and Visigal in him, that was a lot, because I didn't expect to see Chase die. Well, not die, but like to be in a coma or to get hurt or anything to happen to him, because of the way that the story was setting up. It didn't seem like it was going to be Chase, and that's what I like about games. You know, they make you seem like, oh, this character isn't gonna die. There's no way this character doesn't die, and then they die, or like, excuse me, or like they set up a death. It's crazy. And whenever it actually took place, I was a little emotional, but I was sadly spoiled online, so I did see what happened. So I didn't get the full effect, because it would have been crazy if I would have thought that he died. You know what I mean? So that was something that I enjoyed in the game, because it made me be like, oh shit, Chase almost died, and what if he did freaking die? Like, that would have been monumental to Robert's character and whatnot. Sometimes I wish like they stick with deaths, because that would change the character's like whole perspective and shit like that. Well, perspective and shit like that. So that's always interesting to see. Now back to Invisigal. That bitch is a weirdo. Invisigal is very situational to me. I did not like how she took on the whole idea of being a pity party, playing victim all the time. She was not in the right at all in most of the things that she did. She was always just appearing in places, showing up, and just like being in the mix when she shouldn't have been. And that's something that I didn't like about her character. I just didn't enjoy the way that she carried herself. And then the whole thing with her being there whenever we blew up in the beginning, that's crazy as hell. But when you have characters like that, and then you gave us a choice of either to kiss her or hold on to her. I mean, either to kiss her or push her off of you. I pushed her off of me, because I'm not going to kiss you after you just lied the whole time about you being with the Z team, working with us, when you've been working with Shroud, and you blew me up, and now you want to kiss me and be cool with me. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that here. So, I don't know. I was very, very weirded out with Invisigal, and I didn't really like her character. And whenever I got the ending that I got with her, we will talk about that as well. When I got the ending that I got with her, I wasn't upset with that. I very well was, oh, I agree with that. That's perfectly fine. I don't really care, because she shouldn't have did what she did the whole game, and maybe she would have turned out differently. You know what I mean? So that is that. Now, when Chase went to go save her, she brought that on Chase. Chase should have never had to prove the fact that, you know, this bitch actually is dumb as hell, and she went to go do some dumb shit, so now I gotta go save her dumb ass. He never should have had to do that. He would have still been perfectly fine and not use more of his powers to make him age and gain, age and hurt himself more. He would have still been cool, and what happened wouldn't have had to happen later on whenever we talk about it. So it's just like stuff like that. She's corny as hell, and I didn't enjoy Invisigal in the end game or throughout the game, because she just gave off those corny ass character vibes. Corny as fuck. And whenever what she did to Chase, him running out there to save her, made me hate her even more. Because, bitch, Nobody told you to go there to the facility to try and get the Astro Pulse. You weirdo. We had the conversation. We wait till tomorrow when we have everything figured out, and then we go. Then that brings up everybody felt destroyed when that happened to Chase. Waterboy, Prism, Flambe, Sonar, everybody. Nobody was talking on the team that day. Everybody was silent as hell, and that's because they loved Chase, and that bitch fucked up. So it is what it is. Well, it isn't what it is. That bitch is weird, and I hope that in season 2, if there is a season 2, I get to show how weird she is, and I'm not gonna be cool with her. Simple. She's a weirdo. Invisigal K. Boo boo butt weak butt. So we're gonna move on and talk about the next thing, and it is going to be what I said in the beginning, the thing that I don't really like the most about this game. Now, I did see that people did like this aspect in the game and enjoyed how different it was, but it just wasn't my cup of tea, and that is dispatching the heroes. I wasn't the biggest fan of doing the dispatch missions and just like surveying the city in general, just because of the way it was. It felt very odd to me because a lot of the times whenever I did send people in to do the dispatch and to do a mission, they just utterly failed. And like, it didn't make sense because I would read the prompt, follow who was supposed to go in, they would go in, and then they would utterly like shit on the mission, and I never understood why. It was like, yo, what's the point? Am I not following what is happening? And then I come to realize that it's also like team synergy, and also like how their stats are. Their stats actually matter, and I didn't know that before. So when I looked back and I was rewatching and like watching other people play it, I was like, oh shit, the stats do matter, and I just didn't give a fuck, and I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna throw this guy out here and throw that guy out there and not really care about what they are actually used for and what their abilities are, even telling me what they're used for. I'm just gonna do it my way. So every time I dispatched and put a hero out there, I failed. I did not do good at all. Don't even get me started on the hack missions. Those were utterly atrocious too. I was really bad at those. I don't know if I'm dumb, stupid, whatever the fuck. It just did not work at all. I did not enjoy that aspect whenever it intertwined with certain dispatch missions, because you had to do dispatch missions. Well, you had to do the hack missions to unlock certain dispatch missions whenever you're out with the city, when you're out in the city with the heroes. That shit was very annoying because I failed at most of them, like I did with the dispatch. So I could have did less with that. That's another thing. That's neither here or there, because I got past those, and most of the time I failed on them anyways, and they pass you through it. But that shit is annoying. It's whatever though, but let's go ahead and move on. But the successes that I had were from Prism, Malevola, and Waterboy, like I told you. Like, they were very helpful for me, and I think it's just like, if a season 2 does roll around, I think it's just me being like more careful and strategic. Like, I do like strategic games. I just did not like this strategic aspect in this game. It was just very weird to me, and I just didn't like how it played. But that's neither here or there, because it wasn't too apparent in the game. It wasn't something that you did all the time. Like, I'm pretty sure I can count on my finger how many dispatch missions there were. There were probably only like 4. And there's 8 episodes. There was probably like 1 each episode, 1 or 2 each episode, which isn't bad. It's just like to give you a break from the story. I just wish that there was more story stuff on my end, and I didn't have to do as many dispatch missions as it felt like I did. But it's not nothing that completely knocks the game. I just think that most people won't like it, to me, but as far as I've seen, a lot of people love it. So let's go ahead and move on into the next thing. We're going to go ahead and tie up the rest of my thoughts on this game and ideas that I would have for Season 2 or things that I would like to see in a Season 2 in my overall review of Dispatch, y'all. Like I said in the beginning of this video, and I keep saying, I have never played a game like this before. And the fact that I was able to experience a game like this and to be able to sit down and play it and to have my own choices tailored to how I play, I'm hands down to playing more and more games like this. I did get a chance to play The Wolf Among Us and Batman the Telltale series. Like I told y'all probably seen the shorts for those. But those games, I experienced those, and I had the same love that I did for Dispatch. Dispatch opened my eyes to play other genres like this, to experience other games like this. That's why I even tried playing The Wolf Among Us in the Batman Telltale series, and why I had such an amazing time with them. And I can't wait to experience other games like this, and I want to hear y'all suggestions in other games that you would think I would have fun playing, and games that are in this same type of bracket and area that would be something for me good to play for the channel, or good for me to try out for my own well-being. I'm down to hear any type of suggestions that you guys have. And I'm going to also let y'all know the ending that I had for this story of the game was Invisigirl became the next Shroud. She killed Shroud, took the mask and dipped and gave me the Astral Pulse and everything. And how I feel about that is, like I told y'all, Invisigirl is a very weak character. I did not like her character at all. She was corny, she was a bitch, she was a weirdo, always popping up in places that she shouldn't have been, and I just did not care for her as much as they wanted me to care for her. Like, they wanted me to care about her. I just could not get that in my mind and just could not wrap that around my head. So she ended up becoming evil, and I didn't end up with anybody in this game. I didn't have any relationship interests in this game because Blonde Blazer was playing us for a rebound, and I wasn't for that. And I do love the idea of this game giving you different relationship ideas and different type of ways that you want to interact with these characters. But I do wish, like I told y'all, Malevola was romance option. I hope that she's something in Season 2 because I really enjoyed her character. The Queen Malevola, my #1 character in this game. Love her. I really hope that there's something for her in Season 2. And I also had something written down that I feel like she would even been better as like an option to cut from the team, because her conflict would have been really nice against the team's dynamic, because she seemed really for the team in the beginning rather than everybody else being for the team like Prism and such. She seemed like she was there the most and actually wanted to improve on herself. So I think it would have been a good conflict for her to be someone to fire as well. Adhoc made a really amazing game and gem with Dispatch, and this game deserves 8 out of 10 for me. The only reason why it's getting an 8 out of 10 is just because of Invisigirl. The bitch was buns. I really didn't like her. And also, Malevola wasn't a romance option. That's also why it's getting an 8 out of 10. Well, an 8 out of 10. Other than that, this game was fantastic, and I really do think you guys should try this game if you get a chance. Give it a try. Try out your different type of options and story paths, and let me know what you chose. Let me know what you got in your type of story and who you ended up romancing, or if there was that secret Malevola option that they said in this game. Nonetheless, I really appreciate y'all coming by, watching the Dispatch review. I had a wonderful time making it and sitting around playing this game for y'all on stream. And like I said, I do be streaming, so come check out your boy on Twitch. The link is in the bio. Come vibe out with your boy Diallo and check out his daily dose, well, my daily dose of myself and the content that I have on the channel. Everybody stay safe and take care, and I will see y'all in the next video. Whatever video it will be, who knows, it will be a review or something fun. Everybody take care and stay safe. Peace. Who is that?
Thanks. Hey, are you taking a picture? What's happening? Okay, that's enough.
Let's be careful with your dispatch.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, instantly painful, actually.
So, oh, this game was amazing.